Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here. It's opening weekend, but we got to talk quickly about what's sold.
Mountain Man. Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. And yes, to answer the inevitable comments, I'm wearing Dallas Cowboys. But look, it's Logo 7, guys. Keep an eye out for that, actually. Bolo brand for sports. Logo 7 is a great reselling vintage brand. But yes, I'm a Cowboys fan. It's going to be a rough year. The receiver core is decimated. I don't know. It's always a rough year. Who are we kidding? But today, I know you got football to watch, but we're going to talk really quickly about what sold on Friday. So we're going to take a look at that, and then we got a couple things to touch on when we get back. And after a slow day, we've definitely picked up, like I said. It's up and down on eBay. Stick with it. The sales will come back. This one was the first of our kind of nice sales yesterday that made me go, okay, here they come. It's Sonic Lost World for the Wii U. I picked this up this summer for, I believe, $5. It's still sealed in there, and I just had to wait it out because I did price it relatively high. It did eventually go $63.36 plus shipping for that guy. This one, small dollar, but it was a quantity listing. I had two of them. The mini mag light accessory pack. Picked this up when I was in Billings a month or so ago, and I think I paid 50 cents for this, and it sold for $9.98 free shipping. It's going to go out at the 4-ounce rate. We're going to make about $5. Good with that. Lowenbrow Munich. Just a they have some that are larger, but this one just a small little sign, good for man cave, garage, bar, whatever. Pretty cool. And it sold for $9.98 plus shipping. Here we got Peter Frampton. Frampton Comes Alive 2. This actually came from a viewer, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit when we finish up and thank them. But Peter Frampton sold very quickly, actually $2.99 plus shipping for that Christmas ornament going out. The Collectors series from Hallmark. Cool little Santa with a lantern. This is from the Centuries of Santa collection, and ornaments definitely moving. $3.99 plus shipping. I got him last summer, one of the stragglers from a big ornament buy. How about a replica Super Bowl ring? This back from 2001, Tom Brady. I picked up 4 different years, 4 different Tom Brady Patriots rings at a garage sale. I think I paid $25 for all 4 of them. They're not super valuable, but they do sell here and there, and I just thought it was a neat thing to have in the store and too cool to leave behind. So this one is actually headed up to Canada, and it sold for $19.19 plus that international shipping up to Canada. Here we got another one of our vintage pins. Let's turn it right side up, and you can see it's an old Milwaukee beer can. And this one also a quantity listing, like many of the pins. Sold for $4.99 plus shipping. Sold another of Mary's Moo Moos. I got 4th of July patriotic moo here. Americow the Beautiful. And this one a little bit more rare, and so the value on it a little bit higher. $15.99 plus shipping for that one. Back here. Let's move it down so we can actually see it. Needs some love and restoration and rehab. A decent hat as it is. It'll look great if the person that bought it wants to work on it a little bit. Hollywood Park, cool old racetrack hat. And I took an offer on this of $25 plus shipping. We've got another Cutco knife. This was the G knife. I put individual SKUs on them to keep them apart. You can see the orange swirls on there. Paid $100 for 12 of these knives, and we're into the profit now for every single one that sells. $31.97 plus shipping for that. We stand to make about $200 or so profit off of those. This is a piece that went on the old GameCube, actually. A GameCube screen. Intech is the brand, and it just plugs into the back. And basically, it's, you know, if you were on vacation and you didn't have a TV somewhere, you could play this thing without a TV because you played it on there. And this, unfortunately, you can see it's snapped right there, and there's a short in the wires. So it works if it's kind of tilted back and at the right angle, but this is really a parts or repair sort of deal because somebody can fix it and make it work. And these are relatively rare. They sell through very, very well, but because it was sort of partially working, I had to take a little bit less. I accepted an offer of $45 plus shipping for that. And then we've got a viewer sale here. This is going to Kohl's Attic, cool store, and they're resellers, of course, but they also like Shinedown. And I listed a pair of Shinedown shirts at different times, and now it turned out that we had two of them, and husband-wife team over there. And so we've got Shinedown Threat to Survival. This was a 2015 tour that they did with Breaking Benjamin. Super cool graphic on the shirt. And then we've got just the generic Shinedown, the lightning bolts and globe logo on there. And we came to a deal on these of $25 plus shipping for the pair. And then a couple of ducks sitting on my poorly lit table here. We got Pat picking up a candy corn duck. I love candy corn, but you can only eat it like one time a year. That's it, and then it's done. So Pat picking up this one. Didn't leave a message, but I sure appreciate you. And then David came in. David picked up the pilot duck just a little bit ago and said, you know what? I need to get more ducks to put them in a row on my eBay shelf because, of course, you need to get your ducks in a row if you want to sell on eBay, particularly in the fourth quarter. So get your Mountain Man treasure ducks so you can get them in a row. We got these guys, brothers, I think. We got the Sleepy Eye, Big Eye, Grumpy Eye. I'm not sure what they are, but I like them. We got the pink and the purple. We got this guy, the orange. I don't know what he is, but he's cool. Another candy corn going out. And then the superhero duck. This guy is cool. David says he's been watching the channel as a newer reseller and has learned a lot. So, David, I sure appreciate you. Thanks, guys. So pretty solid sales. You know, they bounced back. You know, you looked at the last video and my sales kind of went off the cliff. They came back up. I mean, it's not necessarily a cliff on eBay. It's like an EKG. It's up and down. You want it to be more up than down, but there are going to be valleys, and you just got to ride them out, right? It's going to be back. It'll be okay. I promise. And we're coming up on fourth quarter. Things are going to start picking up. So it'll be okay. If your sales are low, it'll be okay. But I appreciate you hanging out with me for this one. A couple things. You saw we had some ducks go out. I actually have some new ducks in the store, which is cool. Just listed yesterday. And there'll be more showing up here in the next little bit. But because you guys liked the Halloween themed ducks, so we got them, like the mummy duck is in here. These are all, I think there's one that doubles up, but most of them are one-offs. So if you like it, get in, grab it. Like this guy is in the jack-o'-lantern. We got a couple of jack-o'-lantern duck. Like this guy actually, he looks almost a little evil. Like, I don't know. But we got a lot. I think there's 16 different ducks in there. So pretty cool. We've got some more coming. And if you've missed it, you've got to get your ducks in a row in order to sell on eBay, on Mercari, on Poshmark, wherever it is. I do most of my selling on eBay. But you got to get those ducks in a row. You got to make sure that everything is set to go. Otherwise, you're going to waste time trying to find things, trying to find supplies, trying to have it ready. Get those ducks in a row. And to remind you and to help you with that, Mountain Man treasure ducks. They're all different. You can find one that fits your style, your store, your attitude. Lots of different ones in the store. No more expensive than $4.99 plus shipping, and 10% of that actually going to the Gary Sinise Foundation. They do a lot to help out veterans, wounded veterans specifically. They're one of the top in the country, I think, for charities for veterans. So they're very, very good, and 10% of every duck is going to them. We actually have something that we're going to do. I think we'll announce it tomorrow. We've got something that we're going to do as an additional fundraiser for the Gary Sinise Foundation, and it was sort of facilitated by one of you, by a viewer and fellow reseller, Ryan, the Vintage Viking. He sent me something, and he didn't say what I should do with it. I think I know what I should do with it. We're going to auction it off. So we'll introduce that item to you tomorrow, and we'll set that up for 100% charity auction, everything going to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And I do want to mention, we mentioned that Ryan sent that to me. I want to mention something else that was sent to me. So we got a package in the mail, and because I've been so busy, and then every time I remembered, I forgot my P.O. Box key. Every time I was like, oh, I'll check the mail, I forgot the key at home. So it went like 3 weeks checking my mail. And so apologies, but we actually got a few things in the mail. We're going to talk about those over the next little bit. But one of them came with this awesome card. Check this out. And it came from Rachel. I'll just read a couple of things in here. She said, my husband and I are big fans of your channel. We love to support you when we can. And she was selling on eBay, she said, for a bit. Pug Mama loves vintage. Look at that, Pug Mama. And they decided to hang up that hat. And so just part-timers decided to move on to something else. And she learned a little bit from the channel, it sounds like, and had some stuff that was still left in inventory. And Rachel sent it to me, her and her husband, which that's incredibly cool. Thank you so much. It's not something I ever would have expected, is people sending me inventory to sell. It was really neat. And obviously a fan of the channel, because she sent me a whole bunch of hats and a whole bunch of media, a couple other things mixed in there as well. And we've got most of those already listed. I think I've listed all the hats, and I've listed all the DVDs. One of them, as you saw, the Peter Frampton, that's sold already. So Rachel and Rachel's husband, I don't know your name. Thank you so much. That was really kind of you. I sure appreciate that. So thanks for doing that. I've got another mail item to talk about, but we'll do that tomorrow as well. I don't want to keep this going too long because I've got football to watch. So do you. We'll see you next time.